there! Oh, you want to break the glass ceiling, huh? Well, I've freaking heard several times. And I got to tell you, anybody can do it. It's not easy. But it doesn't matter whether you're male, you're female, you're black, you're brown, you're green, whether you're LGBTQIA, any of that. There's a reason to break the glass ceiling. The ceiling that keeps you from being who you want to be, working at what job you want to work at, being authentic to yourselves, becoming a part of whatever you want to become a part of. However, there are some issues. Okay, if you want to break the glass ceiling in Westinghouse, which is a big corporation that's been around forever, my entire life as far as I know, that's tough. That's really tough. Because you're going to have to give up your core values. More than likely, give up your core values. You may even have to live in the right house, drive the right car, have the right spouse, act in a certain way, dress in a certain way, cut your hair in a certain way, wear exactly what they tell you to wear, even jewelry or any marks. You can't have tattoos on your body. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You got to give up who you are to get through to the top. However, there are other ways to break the glass ceiling. Some of the things I did, I became the second female Teamster in the United States in 1972 because the girl didn't ever ask to be a truck driver, and I did. And I went through all of the rehearsals and everything, and it was tough, and the reason I was able to do it is because I'd broken another glass ceiling. I signed up first in Forest Park, Illinois, Chicago, near the Chicago area. I signed up to take, and I was the only female, I signed up to take the police exam, which is a bazillion sit-ups and push-ups and jumping and all kinds of color blindness tests and psychological tests, and it went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Yes, I passed. I knew if I passed in a tiny little village like that, where the people were in shock, that I probably could do it for the state. So when the state troopers exam came out, I signed up. And 7 women passed. It was horrific. For one thing, we had to jump up and down 1,500 times. That's pretty tiring. And sit-ups and push-ups and color blindness tests and psychological and mental and emotional. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And as it turned out, they never expected any women to pass, so they didn't have a syllabus, they didn't have dormitories, they didn't have any plans for children's care, daycare, or whatever. So it didn't happen. But I passed. And I used that passing, to get into Frito-Lay. Otherwise, Frito-Lay wouldn't have ever talked to me. So, and I used Forest Park to help me get into the state of Illinois state trooper test. Forest Park Police state trooper test. And I used that to get into Hostess Cupcake to be a driver. Yeah. First it was Frito-Lay, I'm sorry. And that's how I got into Hostess Cupcake, because I was in Frito-Lay. There are a lot of reasons to do what you need to do. And the thing about breaking the glass ceiling, I don't care if you're male, female, black, brown, green, purple, gay, lesbian, transgender, it doesn't matter. You have to fight again so much of your own ways of thinking and feeling every time you go into a store, because you're going to be treated differently. But if you like driving a truck, which I did, I adored being outdoors. I adored running in and out of little stores and working in some big grocery stores, and God, it was fun. It was really fun. I used to have to leave at 3:30 in the morning in the wintertime when the snow was there and get behind a big semi-truck so that some of the snow would be blown away like this in front of my little either potato chip or cupcake truck. But I loved it. I really, truly loved it. I was on the cover of an article in the I've forgotten now what the name of the magazine was, but it was put out by the corporation, by the, Her Pursuit is Extra Sales. That was the name of the title of the article that was written about me. Because I worked out of a rented garage, and I went to all the stores on my own, and I just checked in with the office, I think once a week, once a month, turn in money, you know. I had very little contact. I was really on my own. And I loved it. I just loved it. Why? Okay, let's talk about the why. And that's really important, because if you want to break the glass ceiling, you better be getting to something you want. What I wanted was to work on my own. What I wanted was my ethics, my moral values, my code of conduct, my behaviors, my time of getting up and going to bed. All those things were taken into consideration before I took either of those jobs. I worked at night putting up cake, which is something I detested, in order to get the job as a route salesman. I detest being up at night. I'm an early morning person. I've always been a farmer, and that's which way I want to go. And I didn't have to give up my values. I could wear casual clothes. I could wear sneakers, on and on and on. Now, when I was a cocktail waitress, when I broke that ceiling by being able to take 14 orders through my head and deliver them to the right people, for food and for drinks, and that was really hard work, believe me. And being really good, I worked with several highly qualified maitre d's who helped me learn how to really be good service. I also worked in the Gaslight Club to learn how to French serve and do the Caesar salads and all those things, and how to present the wines. I mean, I've really, really studied hard to be able to be a waitress in a place like that. What's it like to be a waitress in the Gaslight Club? Well, you have to be weighed every day. Every night you come to work, you have to be, well, every day. It's you usually come to work about 2 or 3 to put your makeup on. You have to be way made up. You have to put artificial padding on each side of your breasts so that they stick out of the top of the uniform. The uniform is extremely skimpy. It's way down in your butt, and there's only 1.5 inches of fabric on either side. It's cut up the legs and down the back in such a way. It's cut right down the side of the breasts. Very, very revealing. And you have to make sure you can still fit in it. You have to look good. You have to be able to dance. I mean, it goes on and on and on, besides being a good waitress. So you have to give up some of those values, some of those codes, some of those ethics. Are the tips worth it? Is the feeling of doing it worth it? Is getting out at 2 o'clock in the morning worth it? Is all that makeup on your face worth it? That's up to you. You've got to decide. Artificial eyelashes, no glasses. I mean, it goes on and on. I ended up working in barbecue places and fried chicken places and stuff that didn't agree with me, because I've been a vegetarian since 74 or a pescatarian the last 5-6 years, but before that a vegetarian. So I had to give up that part in order to break the ceiling. There's always things you have to do. You have to make decisions. And if you have a partner, you've got to coordinate that with your partner. And you've got to be able to say to your partner, or your spiritual leader, or your mother, or your father, or your brother, or somebody who's going to be criticizing you. Why did you do it? And you've got to be able to be comfortable with why you did it. Make sense? Think about it. You can do it if you have a friend behind you, a partner behind you, a brother, a sister, a mother, a grandmother. Somebody either has to believe in you, or you have to have found a way, and you can do it online, of following a mentor that makes you love yourself, helps you to build up your confidence, to know who you are, where you want to go, and why. And when you get there, then you've got to make a decision. Is this really where you wanted to be? Is this what you thought it would be? Or are they liars, cheaters, greedy, stealing things? Who knows what you might find? And then you have to make decisions again. But once you've broken that ceiling, once you've changed the way you look at the world and the way you approach the world and the way you get your jobs, you'll never be the same. Got it? I did that as a pilot too. There's several times I've broken the ceiling. The point is, once you do it, you can always do it. Not a secret, but it's between you and me. You can always do it once you've done it. You got a question? Down below. Ask me. Want to talk to me? I'm on Zoom. Let me know. We'll talk. While you're down there, check out Summerland. A friend of mine who's over 75 and myself, who also is over 75, have different art projects that we would love to show you that remind you to take care of the earth. So please do. And thank you for being here.